What's going on, everybody? It's RTV Gaming here with you today,
Hey!
and we're going to be checking out some more Elden Ring. So at the end of the last episode, we came in here and put some beat down on Godric. Got his remembrance and his great rune. So let's see here, and we got, I think it was like 12,000 runes. So let's go ahead and see what we can level up here. Let's go ahead and get our work on getting our endurance up to 20. Oh, and just short of another level. Okay. Well, before we use more runes, let's go talk to Gostog over here.
For a lord you were. Oh, hello there. This weasel was... Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
So he's stepping on his head there. Alright, let's see what he's got here. Alright, so he's got some silver pickled foul foots. Cestus, okay. Alright, so nothing we need right now. So, while we're right next to a grace here, let's see, we need a little over 600. I'll just use one of those. Alright, so now, let's go ahead and warp over to the Limgrave Tower Bridge. We want to work our way down that bridge. So that way, we can activate his rune. And for being the first rune we get, I also think it's probably one of the best, if not the best one to use in the game. And I'll show you why as soon as we make our way to the top of that tower at the end there. So there's 3 golems here we gotta... Well, you don't have to get one, but... There we go. Alright, one down. Two down. We'll go get the one firing the arrows at us. Golem's Great Arrow, ×5. Alright, so now before we take the transporter, there's a couple goodies down at the bottom here. soft cotton. And the Ash of War scarab. So for those of you that are completionists, there we go. Another headpiece for you. Just gotta make our way back up here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So, and if you want, you can run down, see, there's a couple birds. I think there's one piece of loot, and I want to say it's just like a feather or something. Nothing too great, so we'll just head up to the top of the tower here. That way we can continue on. So after we get the room, we will, I think we'll head over to Round Table Hold. That way we can look and see what his remembrance gets us. So in all the remembrances give you two options. You know, usually it's a weapon and or a spell or something like that. So and if you ever see a remembrance where you really like both items, you know, just you can always just take it to a mausoleum. You know, first you gotta get them down, but and then that way you can duplicate it, and then you know, then you can get both items one playthrough. So. Godric's Great Rune. So now we just gotta go over and equip it. Okay, so item effect raises all attributes. So so now that we've got it equipped, we look here. So we're at, you know, 30 vigor, 10 mind, 18 endurance. Okay, so look at all that. And then let's see if we got a rune arc. Okay, we do not. So, okay, that's okay. Go to the Lost Grace now, or Round Table Hold. Let's see if we have enough here. Might need to use a couple of the rune consumables here. Yeah, 4,000, okay. So we're at 3,200. So, and if you don't have a rune arc, I would suggest don't do what I'm doing. Just wait until we find one. But if you want, you definitely can. Okay, so you see where our stats are right now. Go ahead and equip that. Alright, so we're going to pop that. It adds 5 to every single stat. So, you know, I would say the early game and mid game, very, very nice. Very nice room. Alright, so now, yep, this door is open.
Are you
we can talk to her.
new Tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya the finger reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the Tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave Tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Okay.
Well,
See what else she says here.
well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the greater of the champions are hewn by the Erd Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
Okay. So let's see what we get here. Alright, so for Godric's remembrance, we can either pick up his axe or the grafted dragon fist weapon. So, and the fist weapon also will cost you 2,000 runes. So, I personally like the axe better, but never been a huge fan of like fist weapons, but and if you don't like either of them, what you can do too.
Now let the words of the fingers guide you.
Go into your inventory and use for an additional 20,000 runes. Now, if you do that, it will be gone from your inventory. And you won't be able to get anything from it. So before you use it up like that, make sure you don't want either of the items. So, just a heads up.
Ah, great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess, Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Alright,
Now
let's
let the
continue on here.
words of defeat.
Alright, so if we touch the two fingers, we get a new emote, Rupture. Alright, you can see old Gideon's gone there. So now his office is now open.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir, as a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. I am accumulating knowledge, to be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth, the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Lame-Dell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Okay. So I'm not going to go through all these, so otherwise it'll probably take up a whole episode just by itself if we listen to him talk about them all. But if you want to hear more lore about them, go ahead and ask him about all 5 of them and get some more info. So that's all that's in here right now, other than obviously a shit ton of books scattered all around. I come over here and talk to Nefeli.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the Round Table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Alright, the Arsenal Charm.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Ensha's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again.
Okay. So now, let's go ahead and check out. So that raises maximum equipment load. You can see it raises it a fair amount. You know, like, what, a little over 10 units, so. Right, let's see here. One more we gotta go talk to.
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need? Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Alright, we'll get his rapier. And already upgraded to +8.
As you
Very
might
nice.
have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
Okay, what about the corpse under Stormvale?
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
Okay, what about D?
Ah, so you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
Okay. So now if you want, you can go ahead and pick up these 3 Ashes of War. And he'll be here for a while yet, so...
Hello. You've been busy weeding Deathroot, I take it. I thank you, as your brother in arms. So what can I do for you?
About
Are you
Rogier?
acquainted with a man named Rogier? You know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside. Breaks them.
Alright. See here, I think that's all.
Greetings. Are you here for...
I got that upgraded. Let's see here. So we'll see if Fia's got anything new to say.
I am pleased to see you. Would you like me to? Now, come. You are so very warm.
Okay, let's talk in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I
was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes.
Do you know?
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke.
Okay, what about the Black Knife Prince?
In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Roger so.
Okay, knife print clue.
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the round table hold. Perhaps you could make use of it?
Yeah, we'll check it out for you. Okay. Alright, map showing location of the Black Knife Print. So it looks like it's down a canyon inside a tunnel. So, but we won't get to that for a few episodes yet. So let's go ahead and level up here. Okay, let's see. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Alright. Go ahead and warp over here. And you can see he's still stomping away on his Godric's head there. The doors here. There's the throne. And there's a doorway over here, but there's nothing here. But instead we can head over to the other side. And head out this way. And you can just drop down. There is a ladder you can take, but seems how the fall doesn't, hurt you. Just drop down. Alright, we get a Shabriri grape. So now we can head out here. That would be the way you would have to go to access this area if, we didn't go around the side here. So. Alright, come over here and see who this NPC is.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next, but when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty. is a finger maiden.
Well, luckily we just picked one up.
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Okay.
You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the...
Alright, so she's done for now. Let's see, Bach moved
Good
over
to
here.
See you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments.
Don't tell me.
Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
So as you can see, if you go to alter it, it worsens all of the stats, and it all it does is take off the cape. So I don't know. I've never done it. I've heard it changes some of the item descriptions, but
please,
yeah, it's
do
too
be
bad.
safe on your journeys.
Seems like his quest is kind of just like a throwaway one, so you don't get anything. But alright, so let's head into the church here. For another sacred tool. And talk to another NPC.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and donate 10 runes to him.
Bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only none of them are particularly great.
Okay, so and he's got 3 sorceries available. So we've got a while before he goes away, so if you don't want to buy him right now, you don't have to.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. Oh, right. I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
Okay, what about the glintstone key?
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the Academy.
Okay, what about Selen?
You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. but there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things.
Okay. So he's done for now. Come down here. I think we already picked up most of the loot in this little camp here. Just double check. Yeah, so I think there was a cookbook right here. Go get this guy. Nothing there. Okay, yeah, and there was a little something there. Okay, so we're going to divide, this area here into a couple different sections. I think first we'll work on making our way up this section here. We're going to hold off on doing this little portion till I think we kind of get through like this side. And then there's a few right in here. So let's see here. So let's hop back to right there. And we will make our way down. Okay. Now first, if we come over here and follow the path down to the right, see we got a troll and then a carriage at the end here. Come over to the carriage for a goodie. And we get the tree spear. We'll run up here. I believe right on the other side of that rock right there should be a grace. Okay, oh, there it is. A little further down. that's right, it's 30 strength. So I think next we'll work on getting our strength up to 30, so that way we can one-hand it. Okay. So I think we're at a good spot to call it for now. So in the next episode, we'll keep making our way up here. We got like a dungeon back in here to go through. We got a little like mini boss encounter up here, and we got a night boss over here. So a few things we can do. We got a little artist shack right up here. So, but with that, just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you all next time.